over here to celebrate our bond between NYPD and Oklahoma City Police Department, because on April 19th, 1995, they came to help us, volunteer their time and be away from their families to help us in such a terrible tragedy. It was amazing, and it was heartfelt. Just want to be able to pay our respects and let them know how much we appreciated them.
We do it because we love it, and I'm sure the same with the Oklahoma men here and women that are part of the job. It's like a vocation, you're born and it's in your blood, and that's what you do.
It's just a calling. I mean, we sign up knowing that we could lose our lives at any time, and we're here to save people, and what we sign up to do is protect and serve.
After 9/11, I went to New York, took a number of our people to help them like they provided their people to help us. And one of those teams, mercifully for us, was Ray Downey's team from New York.
Ray Downey was many people. For New York City firefighters, many people idolized who he was and what he stood for. He was a very, very good firefighter, one of the best we ever had here in New York City. He also was a leader at a national level for urban search and rescue, and sort of the godfather of technical rescue in the country. For us, he was just dad. When he was home, everything else was put aside. He was a great father, good supporter to our family, loving dad. I was a lieutenant on the FDNY when he responded to Oklahoma City. So I was working similar neighborhoods that he worked in. And when he responded, it was the first time the team went out the door as a task force for New York Task Force 1. So kind of kept in touch and with some of what was going on in Oklahoma, but didn't get the full magnitude of it until he came home after 2 weeks of working there. But we went to pick him up at the airport, and coming off, he looked totally exhausted. He had no voice. He was tough to talk. And you could see that something was bothering him. I think what he saw in Oklahoma had an impact on his life.
I received a little packet in the mail from a group of nuns in Bavaria, and they were handmade rosaries. There were 2 or 3 of them. And I took one of them, put it in my pocket, and went down to the bombing site. And there was Ray on what we called the pile. And I said, "Hey, Ray, are you a Catholic?" And he said, "Is the Pope a Catholic?" And then both of us laughed. And I said, "Well, a group of nuns sent me these, and I'm going to keep one, but I want you to have another one."
It wasn't much of a rosary. It was like a piece of cloth, I think with a wooden cross on it. And he was very fond of it, my dad, and I'm sure he had much more better jewelry to wear, but he did wear that, and he wore it, when he was killed on 9/11. He had it on him. It shows their dedication and love for the job and the people of the city. They didn't have to run up into those towers. People were running out, and they knew, especially after the first one collapsed. My father survived the first collapse. He helped people get out of the first one, and the guys saw him there, and he ordered his own people to go north on the West Side Highway and get out of there. And he stayed with a civilian, with another chief, and was on the radio calling his people down in the North Tower to come out of the building. And that's where the second tower came down and took his life. He had the opportunity to leave. Members that went to Oklahoma City, some of them probably had an opportunity to say, maybe this is getting too dangerous and I should get out of here, but they didn't, because that was their job.
We adored Ray, and there was a bond there that penetrated doing a job. And it was like we really had gone through a war together, and we came out on the other end, and we came out friends.
The bombing was 25 years ago. There are a lot of people who will watch the Thunder play New York that don't really remember the specifics of the bombing, but the fraternity and the fraternal affection and goodwill that existed and will continue to exist between the fire service and the police in New York and Oklahoma City is just really a beautiful thing.
I mean, we're family. I mean, it's just, you got so close to those guys when they're in Oklahoma City, and it's that way nationwide though, with police departments and fire departments. It's like a family. I mean, it's like your brothers and your sisters.
I think the jerseys memorialize brotherhood and sisterhood and goodwill among and between people. You know, the fact that the Thunder are wearing symbols of our tragedy, but out of evil, good came. Oklahoma City was transformed as a result of what was described as the Oklahoma Standard.
It's big time. You know, the Thunder is amazing that they went to all that, you know, and did all that for us, and to show respect for the families, and, you know, the 168 people that lost their lives, and it means a lot. You know, I mean, it's amazing that we have a city like that and a basketball organization that cares enough, you know, to do that. We're bonded together forever. I mean, it's a legacy between two departments, and I think it's amazing, you know, that two totally different departments, you know, on other sides of the country can come together like that and bond together like we're, you know, the same department.